you hate the car meta as much as I do? You're done being run over and spammed down by no-skilled turret mods? Worry not, because I sat down the last couple of days and created the unbeatable car buster strat. Yes, I have not lost a single time to a car since I found the strat, and all you need for this is 3 little items. My name is TSK, and on this channel I analyze every single thing about Fortnite Zero build gameplay. From weapon guides to map analysis to meta updates to creating unique strategies like this one. I've got it all covered here on the TSK channel. If you want to start improving and win more games, subscribe to the channel because there is way more to come. My goal is to become the best together with you guys. So, how does this magical strategy work? What are the 3 items you need? What do you do with these 3 items? Let's get through it chronologically from the drop to the finish line. And just to relieve you guys, no, we won't be doing any car combat for this one. Not because cars aren't good at destroying other cars, they certainly are, but because every little thing in me absolutely hates car combat. I don't want to be doing this for the next 3 months. So the only thing we'll be using cars for is rotating through the map like a normal person. What we do instead is aim to get the mythic boom bolt combined with the unlimited ammo medallion to seriously blow stuff up. And we'll find both in a nitro dome. How do we go about it? Timing is everything. We won't be dropping right on the nitro dome since you can only survive an early game drop here by fighting with a car in the ring yourself. And we won't be doing any of that. So we will drop slightly outside the Nitrodrome. And after trying every single drop here, I have 3 drops I can recommend the most. The dam bridge, or rather below the dam bridge. Other than being absolutely beautiful, this new mini POI comes with a lot of guaranteed loot, many chests and 2 cactus spawns, guaranteeing you heal and shield before you push the Nitrodrome. On top, this rotation will give you enough nitro to reach the Nitrodrome fast. Will we not be too late? And won't the boss be dead by the time you arrive? Well, here is the good thing about this drop, as well as the other 2 that I will recommend. The boss's earliest spawn time is 1 minute after people drop on the Nitrodrome, because the ringmaster only spawns after she's been entertained enough by the contestants. This gives us exactly enough time to arrive at the Nitrodrome after looting to third party the boss fight. And guess what? While your enemy has absolute garbage loot from the Nitrodrome, or most of the time is even still fighting, we got full shield and plenty of loot from our very quiet drop over at the dam bridge. Drop dam bridge for guaranteed base loot and guaranteed double cactus shield. The next drop is the wreck mill, located very slightly to the east of the dam bridge. The very big advantage here is that you can buy an epic Thunderburst SMG, and I don't have to tell you how much of an advantage you'll have if you push the people with mediocre loot in a Nitrodome with a purple Thunderburst. Disadvantage of this drop is that you will arrive slightly later, since there's no guaranteed car spawn here, and you'll awkwardly have to cross the river before you take the zip line after the drop. Yo, correction real quick. While I was going through the replay to analyze the POI, I saw this crazy double zip line that leads you straight to the very top of the Nitrodome. So this is actually an absolutely insane rotation. Please definitely use this if you drop here. Loot in general is also slightly lower than a dam bridge, but again, you get that guaranteed epic Thunderburst. My last recommendation is the Orchard station, but weirdly enough, not the P-Boys HQ, because looting this will actually take a little bit too long. And when I tried this drop, I actually came late on the boss and the mythic car was already gone, and I had no hope of catching up. I cannot say enough how important it is to get the boss before anyone else does. Once it's gone, there's no hope of catching up at all. Timing really is everything here. The benefit of the Orchard station is the heal station, allowing you to buy shields, decent loot, and a rotation that gives you 2 extra cactus shields. Another notable location you can go to is the Ship It station in the northwest of the Nitrodrome, especially for those of you that are used to dropping there already. However, I personally recommend the 3 new mini POIs I just showed you. Now that the drop is over, how do we approach the Nitrodrome? The boss spawns at the very top room, and 99% of the time already spawned by the time you arrive. Good news is the boss doesn't have that much HP, especially if you compare it to last season's boss fights like Zeus that took minutes. The ringmaster, however, is more dangerous. Not only does she shoot her mythic boom bolt at you, which does explosive AoE damage and will hit you if you aren't careful, she also occasionally throws grenades on you that can be tricky to dodge in this narrow area. I can recommend dodging by going up on the roof. In general, of course, also beware of third parties. Look up. Campers like to be on the roof, No idea how you call it. If people are fighting in the Nitrodrome area and you see nobody in the roof, you will usually be safe, as again, the boss fight doesn't go that long. After you eliminate her, take the boom bolt, take the medallion, take the fish, and rush out. Don't go for the car. People will try to camp it, and it just takes enough time for anyone in the Nitrodrome to show up and fight you in a very unfavorable position. On top, this means there is one less mythic car to deal with, which means the same for your chances of winning as eliminating a mythic car. We already dealt with 1 out of 3 this way. You have 3 objectives right now that you will want to cross off the list. The number 1 highest priority will be to find the Nitro Fists. This is an absolutely crucial tool to evade cars and evade enemy Nitro Fist spammers. Loot until you find it first, absolute top priority. What you can do with them is first, use them for movement. Second, use them to dodge cars by uppercutting yourself into the air before dashing in a way the car can't easily chase you. Third, again, evade Nitro Fist spammers. They try to hunt you down with their fist. A good tip here is to rush to a high ground, as this will make it impossible for the enemy to charge at you with 1 charge of the Nitro Fists, forcing them to use 2 to catch up, but you can either shoot them or evade with another charge, and they will run out of charges first, as they also did the initial charge to get to you. Force uppercut cars to push them away while allowing you to boombolt them, and honestly much more. Once you have them, 2 more mid-game objectives remain: the goddamn red mythic car and the goddamn yellow mythic car. It's your job as a fellow car buster from the TSK car buster gang to get rid of him, so people can have a normal game of Fortnite. Man, I hate car combat, man. Look at the medallions on the map. Most of the time, you'll find at least one of them in the south of you, since one of the bosses on average will spawn in their respective lair in the new POI. Hunt that one down first. Yes, sadly, it's kind of hard to see medallions on the orange map, but you'll find them. On your way to the mythic car, also shoot every single car you can hit with the boom bolt. It really doesn't take that long to blow them up. Keep repositioning if they get too close, and keep spamming. They will explode pretty fast and most of the time take explosion damage and be severely out of position. Sadly, in these first fights in the south of the map, damage to normal cars won't be permanent, unlike everywhere else on the map, because repair boxes, cactus and repair stations are everywhere. Try to finish the cars in one go. Remember, you have the infinite ammo medallion. Spam as much as you can. Make them hate playing cars, so perhaps another person joins the TSK car buster gang after the match. Anyways, once you encounter the mythic cars, the strategy is the same, but it's important you realize that they come with additional health and passive repair if you don't damage them fast enough. This can be especially tricky with the yellow car, as this thing is an absolute tank. One thing is for sure though, they won't be able to fight back at all if you play this correctly. How do you play this correctly? Keep distance. Always keep distance. Cars are incredibly weak on range. The machine gun has huge spread and the grenade launcher literally won't even reach you. If they get too close, abuse that car movement is easily evadable by dashing behind them on high grounds or any other position they can't follow you to. As of course, turning around the car is not instant at all, while turning the player is. At the same time, don't try to use cover as a way to block that charge. It won't be good enough. Cars will literally hit you for full damage even behind rocks. It's an absolute joke. Yes, use the cover to block car fire, but not the charging car itself. Once you get rid of the second mystic car, you repeat the same process for the last remaining car. It's very crucial to get rid of all 3 mystic cars before the endgame starts, and you will need to reload the boom bolt once or twice minimum before you get rid of them, and won't have the space to do this in endgames, as other people will shoot you. After you get rid of all 3 mythic cars, you can play normal Fortnite for the most part, as non-mythic cars aren't much of an issue for you with this build. When you see cars, always go for them though, as it will make the endgame easier too. So, enough theory, let me show you the game plan in action in a match of ranked Fortnite, because here my enemies will try their absolute hardest to stop me from winning. I dropped on a dam here, and here I always choose to drop on this chest to the side, since this one is a guaranteed spawn, pick up the rest of the loot, and make myself over to the Nitrodrome. See how I pick up the Nitro on the way, as well as the cactus to shield up. When I arrive at the Nitrodrome, my first play is to make it to the high ground. Since we already found the fish, I uppercut myself up to the very top, where I already spot a guy in the distance. I immediately charge charge over, hit him for some damage before I finish him off with the shotgun. I hear the footsteps of another guy, but I instantly go back on top and hit him again. As I go around the corner, I get distracted by the boss. However, quickly turn around, wait for an opening, get some more damage in, but this guy flees to the top, where I find another guy on the high ground. Hit him with a headshot with my Hunter CMR before I get in distance. Notice how I always react to the circumstances and never want to give an advantage to my enemies. The moment I don't feel confident in the fight anymore, I backed out and tried new angles. I get surprise attacked and instantly react by uppercutting to the high ground. As I told you guys earlier, he can't chase me up here because he used his dashes, and I get a crazy angle on him, hit him with a headshot, hit him with a body shot, and he's dead. At this time, I want to make sure I finish the boss. As I see my opportunity, I grab the mythic, I grab the medallion, I grab the fish, and I'm out. When I'm trying to leave, this guy shoots me from the roof, hit him with a nice little direct hit with my boom bolt, giving me the opportunity to leave the place. My main focus is not getting items on players, but easy items on cars, since this is what my loadout absolutely specializes in. I feel very confident I can win every single fight against every car at all times, so that's what I'm looking for. After rotating around the map for a while, I get into my first car encounter. I spot the guy in the distance and immediately start working on his car, and since it's not mythic, unless he finds a repair box, the damage is gonna be permanent. I hear another car approaching me and immediately start shooting it as well. Notice that when the car came closer, I immediately repositioned. I don't want to take it on head on. I want to keep poking it and destroy it from a distance. And again, my enemy is forced to flee from me. Notice how this is the exact opposite gameplay of what you usually see this season. And it's all thanks to the infinite ammo on the mythic boombow. Cars cannot fight you. I spot another car, start shooting, but the moment I do, I realize the car is shooting at the guy right next to me. Hit him with some direct hits, but sadly got away with 1 HP there. But that's fine by me. My focus is the cars. Another car approaches me, and guess what? I shoot it. He's trying to repair it on a repair station, but nope. I blow up his car, and he has to start running. Hit him behind the rock. Again, can't finish the fight. However, definitely messed with his game plan. The next car shows up, and guess what, guys? We do the exact same. And again, the car blows up, no problem at all. I start shooting the guy, do some damage on him as he runs away. Next car arrives, and my boom bolt is doing all the work yet again. This car barely got away, but as you can see, cars cannot play the game against me at all. I get third-partied, thankfully hit him with some really good shots and get rid of him. And as I shield up with the fish, I hear another car down below. Guess what? I shoot it, destroy it, and the guy is stuck on the low ground. I get good damage on him. He hides behind a rock. I blow up the rock. Sadly, can't hit the follow-up, and he's able to flee. But again, you have to realize these guys are going all in on their car gameplay. They don't have any loot. They only have their cars. And guess what? All these like 5, 6, 7 people, they don't have their cars anymore in the span of 2 minutes. This will make the game incredibly much easier. Get shot in the distance and blew up his car. Another guy's match has been ruined. By the way, I'm not wall hacking. Just when I play, I don't play on max settings, so I don't see the insanely large grass here. But for the videos, of course, I put everything on max because it looks so damn beautiful. After rotating in the zone, I spot another car in the distance that has definitely been modded. And just in case somebody wants to hop back in, perhaps after going to loot island, I blow it up, no problem. Afterwards, I lay low for a while in this bush, trying to spot cars in the distance. Rotate around reckless railways a bit. Again, trying to spot any cars I can to remove them from the game before the end game arrives, but no one behind me. And then I see it, our ultimate enemy. There still is a mythic car left in the game. It is time to move over to the end game zone, and I do just that. And as I arrive, I spot him again. There he is, guys. This is our biggest enemy. If we deal with this guy, we certainly won the match. And of course, I instantly start working on his HP bar. However, it's so tanky that I can't kill it in one go, of course, so I'm forced to rotate over. Spot another guy, but my goal is not to fight this dude. Biggest focus has to be the mythic car. So I try to get in a position that allows me to get an angle on him. Spot him on the hill and start damaging him again. I spot another guy that is severely out of position and get some gigantic damage on him in his porta bunkers. However, third party happens. I'm forced to shield, and as I see him pushing me with the fist, I evade him with my fists. I am very afraid of somebody being in that bunker over there, so I rotate back to the gas station. I get shot from the bunkers, and I know I'm in a tough spot right here. I wait for the guy to make a move and hit 2 very nice shots with the boom boom bolt on him before the mythic car arrives, and I instantly start working on it again. However, again, he does get away, and this car region will start soon. I spot the other guy coming from the high ground and hit him with 2 crazy quick scopes, which gives me the other mythics in the game, as well as the other 2 medallions. I rotate over to the zone, spot the guy behind me, hit him with the boom bolt, but hear the car approaching, so instantly switch target. Barely dodges charge, and again start working on him as I get third partied again. Look at how I'm completely trying to ignore the third party and go for the car. However, he forces my hand, hit him with a boom bolt midair, dodge him one more time, and keep evading the fight. I focus the car again and make it explode. Getting rid of this mythic car allows me to finish the player before we go into the final 1v1. I move to the final zone, see him jumping in, hit him with the bolt, and finish him with the shotgun. What a perfect way to end the game and the video by absolutely destroying this mythic car in the endgame. Join the TSK Carbuster gang and never look back. Let us save Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 from the absolute BS that is car combat.